Alright. Hello everyone. I've got no intro, so let's just fucking get straight into it. This will be a Resident Evil 3 Infinite Launcher speedrun, which I think is a very fun run to like get into. Well, speedrunning in general, I suppose, but also the other Resident Evil games. I'm working on Resident Evil 2 as well. But yeah, this is a little bit more accessible. Obviously, because you play it with the Infinite Launcher, it doesn't really involve too much strats. It's really just learning the route and then trying to optimize it as much as possible. So, for anyone that has not played this game yet, these first 5 minutes are really fucking boring and are always the same. It's basically just hold the analog stick forward for 5 minutes. I should also say I'm playing on the controller and not on keyboard and mouse. That is a personal preference, obviously. I just don't like playing keyboard and mouse. I know I lose a bit of time by not doing it because the movement is a little bit less precise and the aiming is a little bit less precise, which is less of a problem with the Infinite Launcher. It's more of a problem with Resident Evil 2. I do that run legit. But yeah, I play on controller, I don't play keyboard and mouse. I just prefer controller. So we just escaped the apartment. I got the auto splits set up there in the corner, as you can see. Also for the people that don't know, I'll explain it real quick. So a red split means that it is slower than your personal best time, or PB for short. I'll be saying PB a lot throughout the video probably, so that's what it stands for. So red means that it's slower, green means that it's faster than your PB, and gold means that that is the fastest you was ever at that point. So you've not been any faster. So gold means it is the best possible time you've had up until that point. So red not good, green good, gold very good. Just remember that, I suppose. So we're just still doing the intro bit. I should also probably mention I am playing with a couple mods. It's only cosmetics, obviously. I played this game. I've played it for so long. I've played it so much. I just want to like spice things up a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't change hitboxes. It doesn't change how fast you go. It doesn't change anything except for how she looks. And I've also have some mods for Carlos. He will be, well, you'll see what he be when we get there. And the Infinite Launcher will also have like a different look to it. But other than that, everything is normal. So we're almost out. Got this last bit coming up here. You can do a perfect dodge here, you could also do a normal dodge here. I'll get into perfect dodges a little bit later. But yeah, there is a little bit of a time loss there by not doing the perfect dodge. Here you just want to spam the A button until you've done it 3 times. And then press RT. And then hold RT. Obviously, if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, it's going to be different buttons for you. And here we're just getting away from Nemesis. Again, this first part is really boring. It's always the same. You don't really lose or win a lot of time here. It's very much just an on-rail segment. We're almost out. So Carlos is Dante from Devil May Cry 5, because I fucking love that game. You'll see probably the next video will be a Resident Evil 2, kind of like speedrun in-depth guide. I don't really know what I'm gonna call this. I don't know what I'm gonna like call the video, the title. I'm not sure yet. But basically it's just like commentary over the run, trying to explain the mechanics, the strats, and how it all works, obviously. Here's the first kind of movement tech. It's called stair skating. It's a thing in RE2 as well. So basically you want to aim down the pistol real quick and then let go, and that cancels the slow walking animation up the stairs. So you're just kind of like aiming and letting go of the aim trigger. It's easier to do on mouse and keyboard as well. It's a little bit harder on controller, but it is possible. And then also something I did before, which I kind of skipped over, was the dodge. So a big difference between this game and RE2 is the dodge mechanic. You can chain it 3 times, but after that you'll get kind of like fatigued and you will like just stand there for a second. So that is not good, that loses time. But if you can chain the 3 dodges into a cutscene or a ladder or something that negates the fatigue animation, then it wins a lot of time, obviously, and that's what we did by entering the metro there, the subway. If you start your dodge at that pillar where the bricks are kind of like damaged, that pillar, you need to start your dodge there. Same thing here, you start the dodge at the car, you dodge 3 times, and you dodge right into the cutscene, so that wins a lot of time. Here we damage ourselves on purpose because Jill moves a little bit faster in caution. So she's got 3 stages of health. It's called, I'm not entirely sure, but I just know the second stage is called caution and she moves faster in that. But you have green, orange and red, and so caution is orange, so you kind of always want to be in the middle. Like you don't want to heal too much, but I don't think red or orange matters, but obviously if you're in red and you get hit once, then you die. So you also want to see you shoot your launcher on time here. If you shoot it too late, you'll get staggered from the launcher shot, which is also not good, like you can see here. Because the barrel blew up, I kind of got staggered, and that loses a little bit of time. Another thing I should say is getting into this run. That's why I think this is such a fun run, because you can optimize it over time. Getting into this run, you can just kind of take it on your own pace, and if you don't trust to do the dodges, you can just kill the zombies. But obviously, pulling off the perfect dodges is faster than killing the zombies, because you need to aim and you need to fire, and sometimes you'll get staggered. So dodging is always going to be faster than killing or shooting, but killing and shooting is consistent. Dodging, if you're not too good at it, and you mess up the dodge, you'll get bit, you'll get grabbed, and you will lose, like, I think it's 4 seconds, 5 seconds-ish for one grab. Which might not sound like a lot, but obviously if it happens multiple times during the run, then the seconds start to add up, obviously. So but the first part of the run is almost done here. The first section, I mean. We do a perfect dodge on the zombie here on the stairs, because it's the easiest way to get past him. Again, you can kill him there, you can just shoot him, but perfect dodging is faster, obviously. So you definitely want to pick up these herbs and pick up the second one too, just in case, because we're gonna get attacked here by some of the power station things. I forgot their name. Drain demos. I don't know how to say it, but they are nasty, and if they hit you with their bullshit attack, then you'll walk a lot slower. I kind of messed up the menuing there, lost like a little bit of time, but as you can see on the splits, we are on a good pace right now. So you'll get bit, you'll use the herb, you'll vomit the toxin out, and then you can move like normal again. So the power station is another big one. Very RNG heavy this part. You can do a run and just get through here without being touched by the little spider fuckers. And you can do another run and you'll get like bit and stabbed and all these things, like you'll get attacked a lot. So it's very much RNG heavy, this part. There's not really anything you can do if you get like attacked by them, because sometimes they attack you from behind. Sometimes you can't even see it, so you can't dodge it, because you can dodge it if you see the attack coming and you dodge at the right time. You can also perfect dodge these enemies. You can basically perfect dodge everything in this game if your timing is good. Here you want to see that you fire the launcher a little bit more to the back so you don't get staggered if you shoot it too close. So far this is really good. Haven't got stabbed yet, haven't got attacked yet by the spider thingies. Last one here. Got really lucky there that he didn't jump me. Because these things, they have 2 or 3 attacks, I'm not sure, but they have one slow attack, where they grab you and they put the toxin in you, and then you have to use the herb again, and it's very, very slow. Or they can just kind of like slice at you with their claws, which is also a time loss, but it's a lot faster than the other attack, so... but there we go, we got out of it. That was pretty good. Good RNG. What you also want to do, I don't think I've talked about this yet, the radio messages between Jill and Carlos. As you can see on the splits, it pauses the in-game time. And with these runs, you're always going off in-game time, because it just shows you the time at the end of the run. So it looks slower, but it is actually faster. So you always want to keep the radio messages going. Here you want to do one dodge right after the police car to negate the stagger from Nemi coming through the wall there. And then if you're lucky, you're fast enough to make it up these little stairs here and not get attacked, but it's very rare. So you'll probably get smashed by Nemi once. Again, you can dodge that, but it's hard because he comes from like behind. You can't really see him. You can't really... But if you get lucky and you just press the dodge button, if you hear his footsteps, you'll sometimes get the perfect dodge. But there we go, we're almost out. Now this is also a very RNG heavy part. Sometimes Nemi can like grab you here with his tentacle and pull you back, and that loses a lot of time. Sometimes he can like jump in front of you right here and try and punch you. That's a little bit easier to perfect dodge, but still it loses some time if he does that and you fail it. Right here I got like very lucky, he didn't do anything. I just was free to go, so that was very good. Then we go here, we have to input the code for the train station, which is FRS. I kind of skipped over it here, so I had to go through it again. Then we have R and S 232.
Hey, I'm Super Cop. Consider it done.
And then you can't enter, you can't press the enter button before the conversation is over. So if you got the right input before the conversation is over and you're just spamming the enter button, it will always be the fastest as it possibly can. Then we need to get back to Carlos. So one last escape section. Well, we will be coming back here, but for now. We're gonna try and stagger Nemi. For some reason it usually takes 2 launcher shots instead of 1. He doesn't really care about the first launcher shot, so fire it to the ground as well instead of directly at him, because Nemi likes to dodge your rocket launcher missiles. So fire it at the ground. Right here we're gonna do 2 perfect dodges on these zombies, and then we're home free. So there we go. We got here with 12 minutes 40 seconds on the timer, which is, well, for my standards, for my pace, it is pretty good. Again, some stair skating with the launcher.
Come on, you creepy ass stalker. You want stars? give you stars.
Then we have this part right here. Not really much to say. You just kind of run from Nemi. Spam the A button. Open the gate. And we are in the sewers. So, believe it or not, sewers is actually pretty free
Carlos, do you
with this run.
Carlos?
This is one of the parts on like a normal run that is kinda janky at first, because you have to learn how to perfect dodge the hunters. I think they're called hunters, the big sewer monsters here in a second coming up. With the launcher it doesn't matter. Also, because we're playing on assisted, I mean I play on assisted because I don't want to mess up a time on standards. I want to save the standard time for a legit run. That's why I run infinite launcher on assisted, because it'll be separate times. Here with the first hunter you just want to shoot him as fast as possible so you don't get staggered. This one you can just like dodge to the side of him, to the left. You don't have to shoot him. And we go up here and grab the battery and just exit the building again. Very smooth. And then exiting the sewers is the same thing. These two hunters coming up here, we're just gonna dodge them. We're not even gonna kill them. We're not gonna shoot them. That's too slow. What I also sometimes try is dodging before the stagger. I'm not sure if it works here. It works on Nemi in the first part. If you dodge at the right time, you'll not get staggered. I always try it here too, but I've never been able to pull it off, so I don't really think it works, but still I try it. Maybe it's like a frame perfect trick or something, I don't know. But there we go, we're almost free out of the sewers. The hunters are really not a problem on this run. You can just kind of like run past them. They don't really pose any threat. Here you're just gonna kill this one really quick before he jumps over the railing to not get staggered from the shots. Get the battery again. And then we're almost out. So as you can see, sewers is really fast. It's really not a problem in this run. And that's very good, because I hate this part. On my casual playthrough I really remembered not liking this part. Because people that played this game casually will know that normally you have to go to the other side of the sewers as well to go grab the grenade launcher, I think, and then there's some grenade launcher ammo lying around here too. Like normally you spend more time in here.
Yeah, I'm alive. I lost him.
But yeah, there we go. We're not skipping the radio conversation again, like I said last time. As you can see on the splits, it pauses the in-game time, so we're just letting those play. And now it's almost time for Nemi 1, so we perfect dodge that zombie, because he will always grab you. And then some movement tech going up all these stairs. You just want to kind of like stair skate, and then on the corners, as you're gonna see here in a second, you're gonna wanna like turn the camera like that and then aim in, so Jill turns a bit faster around the corner like that. It's a little bit easier to do on mouse and keyboard. It's a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit annoying on controller at first, but you'll get used to it. Then you're gonna want to start your dodges by that the trolley there. I'm not sure what the English word for it is. So for people that don't know, I'm sorry, my English, it's not really my first language, so sometimes I just don't know words for certain objects. But the green thing, start dodging when you get by the green thing with the stones in it. That thing. And here, going up the stairs, going up the ladders, you kind of want to chain some dodges together as well. Because going into these animation type scenes, you're never gonna have the fatigue animation going up the ladders as well, so going to a ladder is always a good point to do dodges. And then for Nemi 1, kind of want to shoot a missile at the ground to kind of stagger him, and then it's usually 2 or 3 after to blow up his tank on his back. And then when he's on the ground here, he's invulnerable, you can't damage him, so you just gotta kind of like wait until he does his stars yell, then shoot the ground one more time to stagger him, because he will dodge that missile and you will lose some time, and then shoot him once more and he's dead. There we go. So you can see on the splits, very good time right now, very good pace. My ultimate goal, while we're going through kendos here, is not really anything important to say. My ultimate goal for this run is getting it under 50 minutes, so 49 something would be ideal for me. That's what I'm going for. After I get that, I'll probably drop this run. But I've been grinding this for a while. I kind of dropped it again. Real quick, you want to chain 3 dodges by the last part of the ladder here, and then you skip the animation a little bit faster. So yeah, 50, I kind of want to get this run under 50 minutes. So 49, 59, and I'm happy, you know, like just 1 second under 50 minutes and I'll be very happy. But as you can see, as you will see at the end of this run, this is a pretty good run. Like, I didn't really get memed anywhere. I didn't really get like super bad RNG, I think, unless on the Nemi 2 fight, the clock tower there, kind of got bad RNG there, but for the most part, it's a very good run, very clean run. And I still did not get it under 50 minutes. I think this run was 50 minutes and 12 seconds. What I'll do, editing this video, is for every time I lose some time, for every time I get grabbed or something stupid happens and I lose some time, I'll show it on screen and I mark it down as well, if I don't forget, obviously. And then at the end of the video, I can calculate how much time I lost by not playing well or by just RNG. For example, I remember this part here. You can perfect dodge these 2 missiles. You can see I perfect dodged the first one. I did not get the second one, so I got staggered there. Which loses like, I think a second and a half maybe. But as I said at the start of the video, all those little staggers, all those little time losses, they add up over the course of 50 minutes, obviously, so not ideal.
And lead him right to you?
It's okay. Trust me.
We're coming up to this bit, so not really anything important here. The only thing is you kind of want to see that you don't run up the stairs too quick, because sometimes you just want to be fast and you think the giant ball head thing is clear, so you kind of want to go like, but if you go too soon you'll get crushed by the thing anyway and you'll have to restart your checkpoint, which obviously loses a lot of time, so that is not ideal as well. So you rather want to like wait 1 second longer and then just go, or instead of like going a second too soon and get crushed, obviously. So right after the corner here, chain some dodges going into the cutscene, and then here we just have to like stay behind Carlos, or Dante as I should say, because this is another on-rail segment. I am really not a fan of these parts. It's a lot of downtime in the run. You won't win or lose anytime here. You just have to like go with the pace of the game. I don't like it, but it's a minor complaint.
What about you?
I think this is one of the only parts. There's a little part coming up after with Carlos in the RPD where you also have to like wait a little bit for the NPCs to do their thing, but after that it's pretty much free. So we enter the gate, we chain some dodges into this cutscene here, there we go. And then first part as Carlos is coming up.
Alright, keep your head screwed on, Romeo. This is the
So again, this first part,
Sure.
you can't
Looks like a cemetery to me.
you can't go any faster than that. You can't run yet. You can't sprint yet. So just stay behind Tyrell. Shoot Brad, cause the ammo doesn't matter. Assert your dominance over Tyrell and tell him to hurry the fuck up by shooting his hands.
Where'd that cop go?
Then we're quickly gonna pick up this green herb because we have to wait for him to. We have to wait for Tyrell to do the whole PC thing anyway, so we got time to go pick up that herb. He doesn't lose any time. Gonna quickly drop the machine gun and get our launcher out again.
Carlos, take a look at this.
The launcher, by the way, I don't know if I said it, but it's the launcher from DMC5 as well. So if you're playing as Carlos with the Dante mod and you got the Kalina N launcher mod, it fits perfectly together. So that is very nice.
Open the shutter so you can get through.
You can't skip this; it's an unskippable cutscene. So yeah,
Call you if I find
this was the downtime I was talking about just a little before.
Hey, be careful. Yeah.
But there we go, we're free now. So this first part is not too bad. There's a little bit of RNG coming up when we go down again to go get the battery with the liquor. But if I remember correctly, because I'm commentating this the day after I did this run yesterday. Very late, and obviously I didn't want to commentate then, but real quickly, going into that door, you want to take like the outside line, corner kind of line, instead of like directly after the corner, because you'll get staggered by that zombie. Kind of forgot this part here, but you want to shoot your launcher as soon as you go through that door, because there will be 2 zombies there. It's pretty impossible to dodge them, because as Carlos, you don't have the dodge that Jill has. You have like a punch,
Copy that.
which is handy for the hospital part later for the hunters if you're really good with the punch, but for normal zombies it's not really. Because you stand still when you do it, you lose all momentum when you do the punch, so it's not really ideal. But there we go, we just pick up the key real quick, we go back down to go get the battery. This is the part I was talking about. For some reason this zombie survived. Well, if you get grabbed here anyway, you might as well just shoot the launcher once to kill the liquor. Because I think it's because that zombie grabbed me when I got in here because I shot the launcher too late. And then while he's like mid-grab animation, he didn't die from the launcher. So I think that's why. Because normally he's dead and you just have the liquor there. And then normally I don't kill the liquor. And then normally he scratches you here right before the stairs. Sometimes, also sometimes not. That was like the kind of RNG part I was talking about. Again, it's not gonna lose you like 10-15 seconds, but again, it's like a small time loss that adds up over the course of the run, obviously. Here, little menuing. Obviously, want to do it as fast as possible. I am not great at menuing. I'm a little bit better in RE2 with the menuing, but in this game. Also, I'm a bit rusty. It's been a while since I played this, before I recorded this run. But yeah, once we enter here, you just want to go to the door and get the cutscene going. And that's Carlos, first part of Carlos. So, again, as you can see on the splits, we're really good on time. It's all been gold up until this point. So here, because we didn't pick up the shotgun and the grenade launcher earlier, it's gonna be here, because if you're playing a normal run, you need these weapons to to defeat Nemi 2 in the clock tower here. I mean, I don't really think you need them. Maybe you can like do it with a knife too if you have like insane amount of patience, but for like normal casual players you do need those weapons, so that's why they give them to you there.
I can't stay here.
If by any chance you miss them going up until this point, like you really need those weapons. So, but again, we don't need them. We're playing with the infinite launcher, so we just breeze past them. We got this part right here that you cannot skip, so it's an unskippable kind of cutscene thingy. Goes into a cutscene here that you can skip, and then it's Nemi 2. So Nemi 2 is the time where you're gonna lose or win time in the run. Because as you can see there, he does like his roar, and when he does that, you'll get staggered and you'll lose time as well. And this is very unfortunate. He runs away here. When he does that, you kind of want to like aim your shot to where you think he'll be in about like a second. There, I was very lucky that I calculated it correctly. So if you don't get that, I think he does like a circle or 2 or 3 around the buildings, and then he jumps down again. Yeah, I've done this part many times. Sometimes he just stands there and you shoot him twice after the first roar and he dies, and sometimes he likes to run off. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know a good strat for it. I think it's purely RNG, but anyway, we got through it. Here you want to wait until that zombie comes through the door, then fire. So you kill all 3 zombies with 1 shot and you can get through the door quickly. So that was very good there. I almost forgot the tape player here. It's not that important because we come back here later, so you can pick it up later too, but you're gonna lose a little bit of time if you lose it later. So remember to pick it up there. And then if I remember it correctly, I kind of messed up my route here, because you do this part twice. And I know I have it set up on the splits as well. The split says key. Still, I didn't really look at it, and I went left here to the first hunter encounter. Obviously, that's not what you need to do. You need to go get the key first. Here, it dawned on me, so I made my walk back. And you know, come to think of it, if I did not do this mistake right here, because you can see on the splits, I lose about 15 seconds going the wrong direction there for a little bit, because I was on a good pace with the gold splits, 1 minute 30, and then it dropped down to 1 minute 15. So I think it's about 15 seconds I lost there. And you know, this combined with maybe a little bit of bad RNG here and there, this could have been the sub 49 run. I think this could have been the run under 50 minutes. But well, I made a mistake there. It's obviously my own fault. But yeah, it's kind of sad to look back to it now. So I made a little mistake there. I went for the other key because I was still mad about the fact I fucked up the route there. That's what I mean. You have to like go straight first, jump to the window, get the key, and then you go up like the same stair and you take like the same route, but then you come here instead of walking straight. But here you kind of want to pan up your camera so the AI of the hunter doesn't really know what the fuck's going on, so he doesn't attack you. Very handy little trick. And then obviously after you obtained the key cards, gonna want to go here to go and grab the tape player. This next room, it depends on how good or how bad your run is going, I suppose. Oh, don't forget to shoot a rocket there, because there are 2 zombies in here. Now here, yeah, you can just go in and risk it, and sometimes you won't get attacked, and obviously it's gonna be faster than killing them. Here I got lucky with the punch. So I stunned him. What I usually do is I kill the first one, because he'll always be right there if you open the door. And then I like to run, get the cassette player. And then on my way back, I like to see where the second one is. If he's not in like the immediate vicinity, in my immediate location, then I usually just fucking run. I don't kill him, I don't punch him. But this time he was kind of close to me, so we punched him anyway. Combine the cassette player with the tape on the thingy.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm goddamn Nathaniel Bard.
Goddamn Nathaniel Bard. He's also goddamn dead.
Bard. Tyrell. Bard's dead.
Another radio message here, as you can see on the splitter. The time is not moving, so we're not skipping that. Exit the PC and then quit out of it immediately to get that second cutscene going, so you can enter the freezer room here and get the vaccine.
I got it. Good. I'm headed your way.
Another radio message, don't skip it. Something I should also say, I don't know if I said it before, but if you're playing a radio message and that you're not skipping it because it helps with the in-game time. Once you're like at a door or at a place you can't go through or progress because the radio message is playing, obviously if you reach that point, it doesn't matter anymore because you need to go through that door. And you can wait there until the radio message is done, but it'll just make the run longer for you. It's not gonna make it longer in-game time, but yeah, it doesn't matter obviously. So if you're at the door and you can't go through it because the radio message is playing, then just skip it there. Right, so next part, the survival part, the cabin part, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is like probably the second most boring part of the entire run, because we do it with the infinite launcher. I mean, still you have to kind of see where the zombies are gonna spawn in, because you need to kill them as fast as possible, obviously. And you can only kill them once they are like fully inside. You can't run up to the windows and shoot them outside. That does not work. And you also can't kill them if they're like entering the window. If they're like half inside, you can only kill them if they're like fully inside, like that. They're laying on the ground, then you can kill them. But yeah, this part takes like about 4 minutes, I think. I think the split goes off at like 37. But it's pretty consistent. You just kill zombies until the light goes out. Then you kill the first hunter. Then you kill more zombies until the second hunter spawns in. You kill that one. And then you blow up the whole fucking building. So I'll just let this part play out. Maybe I'll put some music under it or something, I don't know. I'll see post-edit. But yeah, enjoy the massacre.
Tombstones climbing up the sky to claim the born and the wine of the radiator, to freeze the fates that intertwine, unresolved and undefined in this echo chamber. Once you've given up the ghost, just like Lazarus, you know there's an operator, some strange passenger inside. To that strange power I'm resigned like an iron anchor. I'm just a ghost in your stereo, I'm just a ghost in your stereo.
Alright, there we go. That was the second hunter. Once you kill him, it'll end here shortly. Cutscene will start playing right now. Here, now. Oh, come on. There we go. And then you just go grab the detonator. Place on the C4. There we go. And then I'll just like to go and stand in this corner. Kill the first wave of zombies, and then you can just kind of chill here. The second wave of zombies will never get to you before the time runs out. I've never had it happen. Maybe it'll be very rare that one zombie reaches you, but you have to wait until the timer runs out anyway. And you don't play as Carlos anymore after this, so it doesn't really matter if you get bit or grabbed or lose some health here after this. There we go. I want to skip this conversation as fast as possible because it's just a cutscene. Another cutscene. Another cutscene. And there we go, we're back as Jill again. So for a normal casual run, players will probably traverse the hospital once again as Jill to go grab some more items. Obviously that is very, very slow. And we don't need any items because we're playing with the launcher, so we're just gonna go immediately. Just gonna go out of the hospital immediately. And now we got the last part of the run coming up, labs, which is my favorite part of the run. I think labs is really cool. It's got like a nice aesthetic about it as well. Same thing in the RE2 run actually. I really like the last part of the run. I really like labs in RE2. Although I don't like G3 in RE2. That boss can go fuck itself.
How is it no one in the hospital?
I've had so many resets to G3, but we'll get into that on the RE2 video. For now we just focus on this bit, but this is kind of an auto-scroller again until we get to the fuse part. So you want to operate these lifts, you want to stand close to like the gap of the little thingy, the little barrier, so you can exit the lift as fast as possible. Pick up the inventory upgrade here. I'm not actually sure you need it. I don't think you need it. I think you have enough space in your inventory to fit all the fuses in there, but it's just a force of habit and it is right there. You don't really lose much time. Lost some time there by not pressing the button fast enough. So that is also like, I don't know, a second, 2 seconds maybe lost there by just like not pressing the button fast enough. We have some time here because we're waiting on the lift, so we kill the pale head. There we go, first fuse. Yeah, looking at the inventory now, I think, just real quick, if you do a perfect dodge here, you'll always dodge the dog right next to like the boxes there before the second explosion happens. And then you do another perfect dodge here, and then you just enter the space between the shelves here. So that's very good. It's very fast, very clean. Yeah, what I was gonna say, looking at the inventory then, if you were to like delete the bolt cutters and maybe some ammo, there is definitely enough space in your inventory to fit the 3 fuses there, but I think picking up the upgrade is faster than going into the inventory like maybe twice or 3 times to delete some stuff. So I think you're better off just picking up the inventory upgrade there. But there we go, second fuse. Just kind of want to go to the ladder directly. You get invincibility on the ladder, so you can't get killed, which is very nice. We don't have to care about the hunter there. And then we just go here. We fire a rocket towards the end of the hallway so we don't get staggered. I like to open this door already and then go to the left. You can also do it after it, it doesn't really matter, but if one of those zombies miraculously survived, then it's kind of like sketchy to open the door with like a zombie or a pale head there still. So I like to open up the door always in advance. And then we go through the door, we go through here again. And then we just have to insert all the fuses. Shoot a rocket there to kill those spider head zombie thingies. There we go, this time I was a lot faster with the lift button.
Shit, he got away.
Gonna wanna go to the computer here and like immediately cancel it, and then the cutscene will start playing. You don't have to go through like all the pages.
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
And then this is another auto-scroller part. You can't, you just have to wait for Tyrell to open up the door. And then we have to wait for Tyrell once again here to... Well, we have to wait for him to fucking die here. He does die here, I think. It's so long since I've watched all the cutscenes, I kind of forgot what happens here. I think he gets grabbed by Nemi. But anyway, he's gone now. So we continue on our own. So we're gonna go get the override key first. Some more stair skating on the stairs, obviously. I remember I used to not like the stair skating part, like at all, when I first started running RE2, when some of my friends were doing it on Twitch. I'll talk about the whole Twitch stuff a little bit later as well, but that's where I first saw it. One of my friends, one of my fellow streamer friends were playing it, were running it, like kind of like a casual speedrun, you know, like no one of my friends is going for like world record, no one of my friends is like grinding it like really hard, which is kind of like a friendly competition. And like I don't know, we just ran it for a little bit and then moved on to something else, but I kind of picked it back up now again.
This must be what powers it.
But yeah, that's where I first saw it, and I remember seeing them doing the stair skating thing. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I remember I was talking about the stair skating. When I first saw it, I was just asking them, like, is it really necessary? Do you really have to do this? Is it gonna save that much time? And if you're really not comfortable with it, again, it's for your own like entertainment. Obviously, it's for your own. You're challenging yourself. So if you really don't want to do it or you don't want to learn it, that is respectable. And you just do the run as you want to, and you just try to beat your own time. But you get used to it pretty quick. So I do remember not liking it at first, and then I did a couple runs. It's easier on RE2. It looks a little bit like better. It looks a little bit smoother on RE2. For some reason, I find the stair skating a little bit more I don't know, a little bit more janky in this game. But if you pick up the habit in RE2 runs and then you move on to here, it just kind of like carries over. So at this point it's kind of like autopilot for me. I don't really have to think about it anymore. If I go on stairs, I'll just automatically start doing it. And over the course of the whole run, it does save a lot of time, because if you don't do it, you'll have this, well, it's not super slow, but it is slower than what we're doing now. The walking animation up the stairs is slower than the normal walking animation, and by aiming and then canceling it immediately, you kind of reset that stair walk animation into like a normal walk animation again. I am not a speedrun pro, I'm not a master in this, I don't know all the mechanics, I don't know all the tech, I don't know how it works, I just know that it works and that you have to do it to be fast, so that's what I'm doing. But there we go, we got the samples. So it's home stretch now. It's gotta combine the samples to make the vaccine. And then it's mid, high, low on the inputs. I'm gonna do that as fast as possible as well. And then you just grab the vaccine, and then there's another cutscene. And then it's the final Nemi fights. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, but it's this fight and then the last Nemi fight are like so close to each other. Especially if you're like running the game. If you're playing it casually, it's still pretty close to each other, because you kill them and then like right after it's the second fight. But anyway, we're coming up to it. Nemi 3 is, let's say, one of the easiest boss fights in this game, in this run, I mean, with the infinite launcher, because you can pretty much just fire away. Well, I missed a shot there, so that is not good. But you just wanna fire your fucking rockets at it. Cutscene there, fire some more. It never really jumps out the way, it doesn't dodge anything here, you don't have to like shoot you don't have to shoot the ground here. Just keep shooting it until it's dead. There we go. Lost a little bit of time because I missed that first shot, but it's fine.
I have to get that vaccine back.
And then you just go through here, and it's the last Nemi fight. So remember to do the railgun first. I kind of forgot it here. I always enter this fight and immediately I think like, oh yeah, shoot the little blobs and put the batteries in, but you have to do the first railgun part. So I think I lost like a good 3 seconds there by not immediately doing the railgun, by walking forward a little bit first. So then you want to go to the right here, and by going to that direction you want to start shooting the little blobs. So if you time it correctly, you can do all the 3 batteries in one cycle, which I think I pulled off. I'm not sure anymore, I think I did it. I think this is only possible on assisted. He stays on the ground longer because it's assisted. So I've finished this game on like the Nightmare and the Inferno mode, and this boss fight on the harder difficulties is just like total hell. You have to be perfect with everything, because he one-shots you with everything. There we go, I got out right on time, do a little dodge here because I wasn't sure, but I didn't get hit, so that's very good. And then it's the final part again. After that it's an auto-scroller once again. You don't really lose or win any time anymore, unless you like fuck up the movements, obviously. Or you can fuck up the last shot at Nikolai, which I have done once. And then you start here again, and then you have to like run all the way up again. You have to do the elevator again, and that loses obviously a lot of time. Don't ask me how. I've tried to recreate messing up the fucking shot at Nikolai, but I cannot do it anymore. I don't know what happened then, but you just take it from me. It can happen. It's possible. and it sucks because it is like literally the last thing you need to do, like the last button input you have to do for completing the run, and you can still fuck it up there. So be sure to not do that. But yeah, we're coming up here. As you can see on the timer, it's very close to being under 50 minutes. Again, if I went the correct route in the hospital and I got a little bit more lucky on Nimi 2, I think this could have been under 50 minutes. Because you just shoot him right here. It doesn't even, like, the timer adds just 1 second because of the cutscene, and then the game ends. So there we go, 50 minutes 14 seconds. Again, I'll see with like the editing if I can put something somewhere for like calculating lost time. I'm gonna try and do that. But yeah, I really think that if I got a little bit better RNG and if I didn't fuck up hospital, then this could have been a good run. There we go, I turned on my camera there for a little bit to prove that it was in fact me that did it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked this type of new content, and I'll be back soon with an RE2 video. That's the kind of like next thing I'm working towards. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like this, be sure to check out my Twitch as well. I'll put a link in the description. I stream every other day. Very fun, very nice, very cool. So come and check that out. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.